Hello, my lovelies. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing really, really good, my lovelies. And today on Pam's Hugs, I'm going to be talking about a book talk, book sharing, and book review, and book telling you about my feelings about this beautiful, beautiful book. This beautiful book is so pretty. Look how pretty this book is. Like, come on, this cover is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's like super, super beautiful. I love this book cover. So pretty. The back. Look how pretty this book is. And the hardcover. Look how pretty that is. Look how pretty it is naked. It's so beautiful without a book cover. Look how pretty this book is. The book cover and what's on the hard copy. Beautiful, beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. This book is stunning. Oh my goodness, it's good. Put it back on. This book is pretty good. Really good. I really liked it. But you have to be patient with it. I was patient with it, and I feel like it paid off for me. I feel like it paid off pretty good, and I was surprised. I was really happy. I was really happy that I liked this book because this packaging, this book cover is so pretty, so beautiful. I love the ginger on here because I'm a ginger. I love books. Maybe I'm gonna do a video of because I have other book covers with wet hair. Maybe we're gonna do that. I don't know. So I hope you can like and subscribe to my channel to see good things. Yes, good, awesome things. And I love going to the Bath and Body Works. So you're gonna see Bath and Body Works hauls. Yeah. So today on Pam's Hugs, I'm going to be talking about this book and my journey of reading. I listened to this book on Audibles. I bought this book on Audibles because, okay, story time on Pam's Hugs. Yeah. Story time on Pam's Hugs. Ooh, I'm going to tell you how I found this book. Okay? Okay, let's set the story up. Okay, it was one night at the Target. I was at Target one night, and you find yourself at a Target, and if you love books, you always find yourself in the book section. If you are a book lover, you go into Target, you cruise around, you look around, and for some reason, you just find yourself, placed in front of the books, and you just stand there and look at the books, and like, ooh, pretty books, and you just stand there, and you in the aisle of the books, and they're like, ooh, pretty books. That's where I was one night in the Target. I was in the Target one night, and I was like standing there, and I was in the book aisle, and I was looking at the books, and I saw this book, at Target one night, and I was like, that's a pretty book. Like, I was standing there, like, staring at it, like, wow, this is so pretty. Like, it was sitting white, it was sitting like this, like, on a shelf, and I was like, wow, this is a pretty book. I was, like, staring at it, like, wow, this is pretty. So I was like, why not buy it? It's like, what, 15 bucks? I was like, why not get it? So I was like, why not get it? I can get it off of Audibles for that price, so why not? Why not? So if I have the physical copy, I listen to it and I follow along in the book. I listen to it and I follow along, like this. I follow along like this if I listen to it, So yeah, I didn't know this book had a map. That's awesome. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. That's cool. I found a map. That's so cool. I love maps in books. You know who does a really good map? Sarah J. Maas. She does amazing with maps. I love her. Love, love, love her. Oh, and her book is out. I bought that off of Audibles. Pre-ordered that baby. Yes, I did. And her book and her another book is coming out the day of my birthday. So I was like, yes. So I'm happy. I was like, it's coming out, coming out around my birthday. Yeah, it's coming out around my birthday. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, so yeah. I was like, I love Sarah J. Maas. Let's see the book cover. Let's see the map. This is so cool. Look at the map. Look at it. You see how cool this map is? I didn't know this book had a map. I just was just looking through this, and I was like, that's pretty cool. It's really cool. I really like this book a little more now. It's such a pretty book. Oh, it's so pretty. Look how pretty that is. Look at it. And her name is Fable. It's a pretty cool name. Pretty cool. It's really cool. So yeah, anyways. Pretty cool. So yeah. So this book review, book talk is going to be spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled by this book, I don't think you should get spoiled by this book. So if you haven't read this book, my lovelies, kindly stop watching this video right now. Kindly stop watching, okay? Because I don't want to spoil you on this good book. So this is a spoiler book review. So click off if you haven't read it, okay? Okay. People who have read it, what do you think about Fable? I enjoyed it. Like the first half of it, the first little bit of it depressed the crap out of me. I was like, this is so depressing, I'm just gonna cry. I just felt really bad for this girl. I was like, my goodness, she just, oh my goodness, she's on this island, and it's like, I just felt really bad for her, and, she's just, shit going down, just like, it's a bunch of crap, just not good. and it's just like I just felt for her. You know, I was like, man, can she get a break already? Oh my goodness. And we find out that she, you know, her love interest. I love her love interest. Do you love her love interest? Because I do. I love him. And sadly, I have to wait till next month to like March 16th, I think, or something like that. I don't know. 16, I don't know. It's sometime in March. And I have to wait till March to get the second one. I was like, no. I have to wait. But it's fine. I waited every year when Twilight came out, so I read them as they was getting published. So it's fine. I can wait. But it's fine. It's okay. Whatever. But yeah, it's a pretty good book. It's a really nice, fun adventure. If you want a fun adventure, it's a fun, like, I really enjoyed listening to this. Ooh, you should listen to this on Audibles. It's a really fun journey listening to it. It's really fun. So fun. And, you know, like, look, the eye. It's a ship. I don't know what this ship is. Is this the Loic or the Marigold? I don't know. Oh, and we find out why he called his ship the Marigold in the book. So, we got some sweetness. And we got some sweetness in this. Not too much. But, you know, they love each other and they, you know, like, when they, okay, I'm going to back it up and paint you the story, okay? You know, like, she's on the ball, you know, her father dropped her off there 4 years ago, and he's like, if you can survive and get off this island, come and find me, or something like that. Did he say that? I don't know. Like something like that. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she finally, you know, like 4 years in the future, and we find out it's so good. I don't know. I love connecting the dots. So like I see the dots and I'm connecting it, and it's like, oh, I was like, I knew it. I kind of knew it. I was like, something is, because what Wes says, that's her love interest, Wes. Oh, I love Wes. I love him. I love Wes. And you think he has another, you know, like, because he has a crew, you know, a crew with, like, I think 2 dudes, I think, and a girl, I think, or another dude. I don't know. I think 3 dudes or 2 dudes. I don't know. I forgot. But it's been a couple days I read it, so it kind of, but I remember enough of this book, so, and you find out the girl on there, it's his sister. So I was like, okay, she's no threat to our man. So it's like, it's fine. She's his sister. I was like, okay, when I found that out, I was like, okay, whew, okay, it's fine. He's his sister. And her name is, what's her name? Her name is Willow. Willow. Her name is Willow. And that's nice. I was like, well, that's nice, you know. So I love Wes. And so she's been like on the ball for like 4 years, you know. So, and Wes has been seeing her for like 2 years or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the details, but I do remember maybe 2 years or a couple years. I don't know. They've been meeting up, and she'd been selling her pyre to him, you know, because she's a dredger. She goes into the ocean and dresses up some stuff with her hammer and chisel, you know, like chiseling, hammering, you know. And so she goes to so she's a dredger, and their nickname for her is the you know, like, oh, you are not a good luck charm, or unlucky luck charm, or something like that. I was like, she's a luck charm. I feel like she's pretty good, you know. I feel like she fits into that crew really good. But I'm going to tell you a little bit later. But yeah, you know, so she sells pyre to him. You know why? Oh, it's so good. Such a good, I don't know. I enjoyed this book. But you have to be patient with it. But you know, as soon as Wes comes into the story, it gets interesting. It gets really good. I was like, I love Wes. With his green eyes and blonde hair. Oh, I love him. I don't know. I just like, I love him. So yeah. It's a good book. And so, and then, it's just like a really good, I don't know, it's just really good. And, her father, his name is Saint, and he has lots of ships. And she finds out one day that when she was on the one night she was fleeing for her life one night, and she's all like, you know, and she went up the marigold, you know, and they let her up. They let her on the marigold, and the guy down there who like, you know, like was gonna kill her. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, so like, oh my goodness, is she gonna die? But no, Wes saved her. I was like, thank goodness. I love Wes. Because, you know, he loves her. Yes, he loves her. That's why he let her on the boat. And he says these things, and I was like, wait a minute. He's like, I couldn't let you stay. I couldn't leave you there. I was like, what does that mean? And then he says, I can't care about anyone else. Before he lets her on the crew. I was like, before I let you go on this crew, I have to tell you, I can't care about anyone else. And she's like, do we understand? And she's like, I do understand. Because you love me. Because, not me, I always see myself as the character. So I was like, okay, I understand. Because you love me. But I I saw myself as Marigold, as Fable. I was seeing myself as, because all of us see ourselves as the main character. So I was like, you love Fable, you love her. So he's like, I can't care about anyone else. It's like, okay, okay, you know, okay. And then like, and then you've, like like you with, like you go to, and then she goes to that, she goes on the boat. I was like, okay, take me to that place. And it's like, I need to talk to Saint. And he's like, oh, and they're like, I was like, why Saint? You shouldn't be talking to him. I was like, And then you find out she's her daughter. He has these rules that he tells her. I was like, don't tell anyone that I'm your daughter. These rules, like, don't tell anyone, like you all, like, you related to me, and don't show anyone that like, don't show anyone, like if it matters to you, don't tell them it matters to you, or something like that, like these rules that he tells her, and it's sad because I think he really loved Fable's mother. She died in the what's that called? The log. The log went down in the sea, one night, when she was little, something like that. Not little, but, little enough, like, maybe, I don't know how old. She's 16, so, like, I'm not really good with math, but, like, 16's in the future, so 4 years ago, I don't know what, maybe 13 or 12, I don't know, but we find out she's her daughter, Saint, and she doesn't say anything, and then she fessed up, after a little while. I was like, oh yeah, he's my father. I was like, what? I was like, we knew that. And back up, she finds out that what's his name? Wes is the Marigold is a shadow ship for Saint, and Saint sent Wes to her to buy the pyre. I was like, if he does care about her, he shows it in a weird way. Like, I don't care about you. I'm gonna drop you on this island. I was like, if you care about me, and that's a mess up way to tell that you care about your daughter. I was like, well, that's crazy. But anyway, it's crazy. It's like, and she's all like, it's like, I'm here, and he's like, I don't want you. I don't need you. I was like, ugh. But he kind of does care. I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird, like relationship between them. But it's like, he kind of, and he wears this blue jacket, and it matches with his eyes. And it's like, and I think he really did love her mother, she went down with the Loic, and they went, ooh, she's all like, oh, I can give you this, I can give you a heritage. So, your heritage is the Loic. You know, it has the gold and coins and jewels down there. You know, just go over there to the forbidden sea over there. Like so they went over there, and they went through the because he kind of cut the map into her arm to see where the log is, and she put her arm when I think that's kind of messed up. I was like, that's crazy. Like he dumped her on the ball, and then cut the map of the Loic into. I was like, that's crazy. But I don't know. It's really. I was like, I was like, you're messed up, dude. But like she can look at the map and see where the log is. So they went to go get the Loic and get the stuff from the Loic, like down there into the sea. And she's like, the last time I saw that is the night that it went down. I was there. And he's like, ooh, she's telling this to Wes, And I feel like they, like at first they're like, oh, I don't trust you. Oh, I don't know you. Like, I don't know. But he loves her. He told her that after a little bit of time. But when they went down to the Loic, when they dove into the Loic to get the, like he kind of put his hand on the thing, like the, and he's all like, and she looked at him, and he kissed her under the water, and they kissed each other. I thought that was so pretty. I thought that was so cute. And I don't know, I liked how the author talked about it in here, Where is it? I think I bookmarked it because I liked it. It was so cute. Oh, goodness. Yeah. It was 36. And it was, like, she's all like, like he put his hand into hers, and he put his lips to hers, and she kissed him back, and she's all like, and then the ending of that chapter, she's all like, like Javal and all that stuff, and my father just melted away, and I wanted to touch Wes 100 times. 100 times. She wanted to touch him 100 times more, 100 times more than that, like, she's like, I love, and they are starting to, like, really love each other after that. It was like, oh, goodness, that's starting to look really good. And in the beginning of, before that, this other one, like, oh, that other dude, what's his name? He's a bad dude. I don't know what his name is. I forgot his name is. My foot is asleep. I'm sorry. I can't feel my foot. My foot is asleep. But yeah. What's his name? It starts with a Z. Or Zoe. Or Zoa. Soa. I don't know. But he's a bad dude. And he slit their what's that called? Their sails. he slit their sails, and then before that he Wes got beaten up, and they found him beaten up. I was like, oh my goodness, Wes is beaten up. I was like, goodness, he's not dead. Oh goodness, I'm so happy. We was thinking he was dead somewhere, but we found him beaten up. I was like, oh, poor Wes. And then, you know, and then we got new sails, and we set sail, and then we found the log, and we got the good stuff, and then they kissed, you know, and then they sold some of it, and then the dude said, I was like, I don't know what you're doing, but be careful. And she's like, okay. And then they left together, and then they went on the boat, you know, and have a nice dinner, you know, and then some good times coming on. I bookmarked it too, you know, like there. And then he said, and I think I loved you since the first time we, you know, met on Javal. He said that. He's like, I think I've been in love with you since Javal, ever since I met you there. And she's all like, you know, and they, you know, kissed each other, and after dinner she went into his quarters, and they talked about stuff, and she wanted to know why did you name your ship Marigold? Oh, and they went to the log, because that's her heritage. That's her. He was giving it to her for her heritage. So she was like, why not use that money to set yourself free from him, you know? And they was like, oh, I don't think so. I think, you know, like, the Narrows is getting dangerous, and I think we should have Satan on our side. And she's like, but we're never gonna be free. He's like, I know. But yeah, it's like, and then it's like, you know, and then she has a nice tea with her father, and it's like, it's so nice, you know, it's like they're talking, and before, I just thought that was interesting, you know, like she, you know, like, she wanted to get new sails for the Marigold, and she was having tea with her dad, and I'm sorry, I'm just back pacing. That's how my brain goes. I go to one scene, then I go back to another scene, and go another scene. But yeah, that's just how my brain works, okay? Just be patient with me. You know, like, before they set sail to go to a log, and then they kissed, she had tea with him, and he gave her the money for the sails, and she was like, I'm her daughter, not yours. And he's like, I thought, you know, like, I feel like that kind of hurt him, but you know, like, and she was all like going to leave, and he's all like, if you ever used your mother, I'm going to, you know, like, forget that you even existed, you know, like, don't use the memory of your mother. I was like, oh goodness, because that's a sole subject with him, because he loved her. I think he said that in the book. He's like, I loved her so much, her, you know, like, it broke me, you know, like, her love, and you know, like, I loved her so much, and it broke me. I was like, oh, because he loved her so much. It's sad that I think she's dead. I don't know. I was like, is she dead? But I don't know. We thought Chloe was dead. He said, but he didn't say he was dead, so we just assumed that he was dead. And she's like, I'm sad that Chloe's dead. I was like, is he now? And who's Wes's father? And we met Wes's mother. Yeah. So I was like, And then, so yeah, I was like, and he's such a good guy. Wes is such a good guy. I like Wes. Wes is good. I love him. Love him. So yeah, it's like so good, And then, okay, let's go forwards now. Okay, they went to the log, get the jewels and stuff, and then sell it, and then they kissed, and then they had a nice dinner, and she was in his quarters, talking to him. It was like, like throughout dinner, she's like, why did you name the marigold? Why did you name the marigold the marigold? And they kind of went silent, and she's like, and then she went into his quarters after dinner, and they talked, and he's like, oh, the marigold was my sister. It was 3 of us. We had another sister, except for Willow. Willow had a sister, like we had a sister, Wes. That's why that's why he took Willow on the ship and hoping that the guy will take her on as a ship hand or something like that, because Marigold died. So I think that's why he named his ship after her, because I think she died like as a kid or something, and he was sad because he was at sea when it happened. So, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, oh. So that's why he took his sister on the boat, because he didn't want that happen to his other sister too. So I felt kind of bad for him. I was like, oh, I love you, Wes. I love you. You're good dude. He looks out for the people he loves. And I really admire that of Wes. So yeah, and then they get to talking, getting to, and then he's saying like I think, and he said, like Ernie, I think my father's name is like something, I don't know, and then he's all like, I killed 16 men, like whew, like getting deep. Oh, it was like you're telling me, like your deep, ness, like wow, like and she's all like, stop, like, like he's like, I think I loved you, and she's like, what? You loved me? Like, and then they kiss, and then they, kind of like, be together, and then it's just, I don't know, it was just a really good book. And then she, the next morning, she wakes up in his quarters, and he's still asleep, and then so she gets dressed and leaves, and then one of the guys on the crew sees her leave and he doesn't say anything, and then she leaves the ship, and then she goes to see her father, and they have tea, and they talk, you know, and she kind of kisses him on the head and gives him a hug, you know. I don't know, it was a sweet, you know, like, you know. And then she goes to that shop, oh yes, that shop that Willow sold her dagger, or her you know, like, blade. I don't know what it's called, like, I think it was a dagger or something like that. And then he's all like, why did you sell it? And he's like, I needed them, you know, like, he was mad about that, so he told Fable to go buy it for him. So she's like, don't, you know, like, she's like, it was before she loved him, and so she goes and gets it, and then sells his wing along with it to get her dagger or something back. So he tells her the wing is from his mother, so she goes back and buys the wing back for Wes. So she goes back to the shop to get the wing back. So she goes there, get the wing, and then leaves, and then put it around her neck, so she, I guess, give it to Wes in the next books. I don't know. And then that bad dude. Oh goodness, the bad dude got her, punched her out, and then she woke up on his ship. I was like, oh my goodness, I was really afraid for her right there. I was like, oh my goodness, I hope it's be alright in the next one. I was like, Fable, oh my goodness. And she's like right there, and she's like, what? They punched her out. She was trying to get away, and then they got her, and then she's like on the ship, and she's all like bruised, and she can't barely see, but you know who's there on the ship, and then jumps down and sees her. Clove. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Show you. Right there. You know, the she's standing there like the name frozen on my lips. Clove. Look at that. See it? Look at it. Oh my goodness, I was just sitting there after I listened to it. I re-listened to it. I was like, what? And now you're telling me that I have to wait a month for the conclusion for this? I was like, and you leave it? What's that? She's on this bad dude's ship, and you just like, does she get off that ship and save herself? Does Wes save her? Does Wes even know that she left? Oh my goodness, I just like, what is going on? Does her father know? Goodness, I just like, because Wes is the shadow ship for Saint. She finds that. I was like, the shadow shadow shift for my father. So many things in this book kind of like blew my mind. I was like, oh my goodness, I totally connected that. I totally like, I don't know, I really enjoyed this book. It was a really good book. And I don't know, the ending kind of like, Clove's alive. I knew he wasn't dead because Saint didn't say he was. He just said he was gone. What? Why is he on that bad dude's ship? What's going on? What happened in what happened in that what's that called? Like 4 years ago. What happened in that, you know, like what happened in the, what's that called? In the, you know, like after that terrible accident, that terrible storm. What happened after the storm, you know, with them? Because that's the only ones that was survived from the wreckage is Saint, Clove, and I think Fable. And I wonder what happened. Why did he leave her father? What's going on? I really like how the author made the story and build up the world and the characters. I just really enjoyed her book. I really like this author. She's pretty good. Young. I like that. That's pretty good last name. Pretty good. So yeah. I really like this book. And I hope you can check this book out. Have some patience with it, but I really enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a healthy and happy day, my lovelies. This is my book talk and my feelings about it. So I love you, my lovelies. So yeah, can't wait for book 2. And I really did enjoy this book. I just was just like crazy turns. I was like, oh. So yeah. Love you, my lovelies. I hope you have a fun time as much as I did. Because I had a fun time reading this book. It was really good. See you in my next video, my lovelies. I love you. See you in my next book talk, maybe. I don't know. I listened to this from Audibles, and I followed along. See? I listened, and I followed along, like this. Like that. I just had my headphones on, and I was following along like this. Like that. It was enjoyable read, and I really liked it. It was really good, and it's so pretty too. So, love you, my lovelies. Bye-bye. See you in my next video. I love you. Bye-bye.